Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode of the Gamers Podcast. We're back here. It hasn't been too long since the last podcast. The last one we talked about is Black Ops 6, and I was actually looking forward to Black Ops 6, and obviously we're going to talk about that in future podcasts. But today we're going to be talking about College Football 25, which just dropped, I think last Friday. Yeah, it was last Friday, so exactly a week ago today, as you guys have seen this video. And I've already played it a little bit. I haven't explored too much of the game modes and whatnot, but I played like a couple exhibition games and stuff like that. And you obviously see gameplay here right now, but it's a really fun game, honestly. And I'm gonna be talking about it, giving my thoughts on it, and stuff. Now, normally I wouldn't make like because sports games like NHL come out every year. Um, Sports games like NHL, MLB, Madden obviously comes out every year. Obviously, EA Sports came out with NCAA football. I think it was 14, yeah, like in 2014. But they lost the naming rights. It was like an illegal battle or something like that, something along the lines of that. And that's why they couldn't make any more NCAA football. But they just came back with a new NCAA football, revamped, remastered kind of for NCAA football 25, and it's just amazing, honestly. I can argue that it's better than Madden. I'm going to be giving some of my reasoning here later in this video on why I think that way. And if you just watch the gameplay here, you can see how like there are some aspects where it is better than Madden, and it's like the graphics are better. I think, and I personally think some of like the juke moves and like how the quarterback like you see just goes up to the line there. I just think some of it is better than Madden because I know in Madden like if you guys have played Madden like me, obviously we have a Madden series here on the channel for the franchise. It's obviously sometimes Madden can get repetitive, at least in my opinion, because I feel like it's like some people say it's like the same game every year, whatever it is it may be. So there's definitely a lot of more things, especially the presentation. So if you saw in the beginning of this game, Pittsburgh versus Colorado Buffaloes, which Colorado. Now, me personally, I don't watch college football too crazy much, like not as much as I would watch the NFL because I'm an NFL fan. However, the only reason I bought the game is because I wanted to see how it would go up against Madden, like just as a football game in general. And some of the teams I'm really enjoying here to play as, like particularly the Colorado Buffaloes, as you see here, they're a really good team, so I'm learning. And it makes me kind of want to get into college football a little bit, just in general. So it's making me a little bit of a fan. But I bought the game to see how it would kind of go up against Madden and see how different it would be. Like, because obviously EA Sports, same kind of people who made Madden, obviously. Now, I just wanted to see how it would fare up against Madden. And so far, it's not. Madden is kind of losing. Some people say that it would be kind of the copy and paste of Madden just with college teams. But personally, I don't think that. I disagree because, the presentation is just on par. Like, everything is right on the money, and it's certainly different than Madden. Like, the premise that it is a football game, obviously, you're going to see some similarities. But it's more or less its own game. Just with college football, I think it could stray away from Madden. Besides the fact that EA Sports made the game, uh, and I think that it's certainly a unique game. That's what I'm looking for. It's a unique game in and of itself, and I think it can kind of stray away from the Madden title, and it's certainly interesting. And I really enjoy the game. I think the game modes are way more interesting than Madden. You can make your own player. You could be an offensive coordinator. I think there's like a mode where you can be a head coach, offensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator, which isn't in Madden. You can only be a head coach. I think it's in like in franchise. And there's certainly some more like the stadiums are very unique. Like the presentation, if you see where they walk out, and it's different for every college. If you saw right here at Pitt or Pittsburgh, it was a little bit different in terms of like the presentation. So there's every stadium is unique. Like you'll have at the Colorado Buffalo Stadium, we'll have a buffalo, a guy right now on a buffalo. Like every stadium is unique to how the presentation is in terms of how they walk out. Every college stadium is unique, which I think is interesting because in Madden you'll see more or less of the time it's kind of the same presentation, whatever they walk out. But at Pittsburgh, for example, the Pittsburgh, they have the players walking out, whatever it is it may be, and it's all very unique. And if you play college football, 25, you'll see how unique it really is. Obviously, I can't show all the gameplay with all the teams walking out, but hopefully you understand what I mean. How it's unique. Each stadium is unique with different fans, and they have their different chants. Like Penn State has their chant, if you know Penn State chant, and if you are a college football fan in general, it is very authentic, and you'll appreciate the authenticity of each college team, and they have their own chants and everything like that. And I appreciate that from EA. Now, a lot of people are asking the question like, why couldn't EA, like, why can't if it's obviously the same game studio, like, why can't EA make college football like they make Madden? Well, I don't think I can answer that question, obviously, but I don't know why. And I haven't played Madden 25, and I'm not going to buy it because it's kind of my already. I bought this game. I bought college football. That's kind of my football game for the year that I'm going to buy. But who knows? And I mean, maybe they made the same design as Madden 25. I just don't know why they can't present it the same way as college football. Because if you see, like, the tackle animations are good, the the juke animations, the jump animations, like all that stuff is like I feel like way better than Madden. And why can they come out with a game they haven't come out for in like what almost a decade, and they haven't made it since 2014. So why can't they come out with that? And why do they like? I don't know. That's the question everybody's asking. Why can't they come out with a game? They haven't come out within a decade. And why is it better than Madden, which they've been making consistently every year? That's the question everybody's asking, and don't think I can answer that question. But hopefully, um, Madden or EA Sports, they take it and they learn from what they made with college football, and hopefully they learn better. I haven't seen too many complaints so far with the game, and I've been doing my research and playing it myself. I personally have no complaints. I think the game is amazing. I think it has a lot of potential, and I don't know if they're gonna make another college football like college football 26. They might. I'm pretty sure they will. I don't know if it's going to be like an annual game like Madden, but I hope they do, and I hope it'll be nice to see that come out every year, like a different variety of football games for video games at least. And I think that'll be interesting to see. The only complaint I've seen is people complaining that it came out for PS5 only and not PS4, and I couldn't really argue with that because PS5 is current gen. It's not, PS4 and Xbox, uh, they're all last gen, and I don't think that game studios should be making it. They're kind of wasting the time to make it for, PS4 and Xbox last gen, because PS5 and Xbox Series X and S is current gen, so I don't really see the complaint there. And I think in order for the college football engine and like how all the graphics and everything, it has to run on the PS5 quarters, right? So it has to, um, you couldn't run. I don't think you could run this game on a PS4, right? If that makes sense. Now, obviously, people argue that they do it on Madden, like there was a PS4 version of Madden. But I feel like since this game is so unique and so different with presentation and stuff like that, I feel like they could have only ran it on PS5 and Xbox Series X and X. Only current gen consoles which can run, I think, can run this game. So that's my take on it. I don't really see the huge complaint about it. Like if you see here, the presentation is another example of the presentation. You got cheerleaders, you got the Colorado Buffalo mascot. You see that's just the kind of stuff you wouldn't find in Madden, in my opinion. It's just a great game. I think it's a 8 out of 10. I think it's a fine game, and I see where it has potential, and it has potential for years to come. And I hope EA makes more of these college football games. Yeah, in the future. So, and I also like the other presentation. Like obviously in Madden, you only have the Super Bowl that you can play as, but you can play exhibition games here. You can play the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. You could play all the bowls that you'd find in college football, and it would take place in an authentic setting. And you could obviously play the college football championship, which I think is very nice and authentic as well. They'll authenticate it to the actual bowls that you'd find in college football, which is nice, which is also more authentic. Like I said, if you're a true college football fan, I think you would appreciate the authenticity in this game, and how true they are to each team and how unique every team is in their stadium, like I was saying earlier. I think it's a great game, and it plays to the college football fans' ear, and I think a lot of college football fans would enjoy this game. Um, if you're a college football fan, you obviously already played it, of course. I think you would enjoy it. Now, I'm not like a hardcore college football fan, as I was saying earlier, but this kind of makes me want to get into college football a little bit. This game, when the season starts up, I'm gonna try and watch some college football games, which should be pretty interesting. So, makes me a little bit of a fan. So makes me intrigued. Oh, I think with all that being said, that's pretty much it for today's episode of the Gamers Podcast. I just wanted to come on here real quick, make a podcast, give my opinion on the new college football game. And in final conclusion, it's a great game. And if you have a PS5 and you're into like college football or just football in general, I would highly recommend you buy it. If you have the spare change for it, I would highly recommend it. It's a good game, and yeah, make sure to comment down below what you guys think of the college football. If you played it, or what you just think of the gameplay here. Comment down below what you think of it all. Or if you played it, obviously, like I was saying, comment down below what you think. So let's discuss. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be coming out here with more podcasts, especially as more new games come out. I just figured like this was a new game, newer game, and more unique. Like I said, it was saying than Madden, so it should be pretty interesting. I'll be making more podcasts as new games come out, and I'll obviously be making a follow-up podcast to Black Ops 6. Like I was saying, just off topic there, the last podcast. But yeah, as more new games come out, I'll be making more podcasts, so and, more things to discuss. So look forward to that in the future. But yeah, with all that being said, though, make sure to subscribe for our content, like the video, all good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.